I do too.
It's so great to have you back.
Hi, everybody.
Hello.
We've had so much fun over the years with Marlyn Mason talking about Elvis, and it's just been interesting tonight because you have been, because you yourself are an actress, and you were watching all these clips and all these actors and actresses that have worked with Elvis and all the different kinds of movies. They were just fun. They made you feel
Yes,
good.
I never saw, and I still haven't ever, I've never seen an Elvis movie. I've just seen little clips,
Yeah.
except my movie.
Well, they're good. You should try them out. Yeah.
But he was amazing. He was a wonderful actor.
Yeah.
And we never got to see the best of his acting abilities. I felt it working with him because we worked alike.
Yeah.
And it was just kind of by the seat of our pants. But we knew what we had. We knew what the job was,
Right.
and we never quite knew what we were going to do. But we knew what had to be done, and it was all unspoken.
Trust.
It was amazing. I loved working with him.
And you've been in, so we talk and I tell you about all the TV shows I'm watching that you're in. I'm like, oh, I'm watching Vegas, and you're with Dan Tana. Oh, I'm watching Mannix, and you're with Mannix. You worked with so many, on so many shows, so many different movies, and you told me once, you said the atmosphere on the set is set by the star, and it trickles down. And on an Elvis movie like this, you said it started with Elvis and everything was
It was wonderful.
Yeah.
It was just wonderful, yeah. It was we had a great crew, but a lot of them had worked with him before.
That's what Jerry was saying. That
Yes.
It's like a family of
Yeah.
people that wanted to work on Elvis movies.
Yeah, and I would love to I wished I had had a chance to do more films with him, just to work with him.
Yeah. How did you get cast in this film?
I don't know, Peter Tewksbury wanted me, and I didn't have to audition. I was in New York doing a Broadway musical, which one of my bucket list things was to star in a Broadway show, and I did. And it closed because of a strike. And I came home, and it was in August, I think I got the call, August or early September, because it was a 10-week shoot, and I know we were shooting up after Christmas. And I just got a call, did I want to do my manager called me, said, you got a call and they want you for an Elvis movie. Are you interested? I said, yeah, because I was doing television and I wanted to be a movie star, not a movie star, a movie actress. And I thought, well, maybe this is an opening into films, and which it wasn't, but, because nobody saw the movie. And
We did.
But for you,
Yes.
so what was it like? You get to the set, what was it like meeting Elvis? Do you have a memory of that?
oh yeah, the first thing I said to him, I'm not a fan of yours. And he kind of looked at me, and I quickly said, I don't mean that unkindly. I said, I know who you are. I haven't seen your movies, and all my girlfriends have seen your shows and know all about you, and I know some of your music, but I said, I'm in a total different music world, and that was Broadway's musical kind of stuff. And so that was how we met. And when I told him that, go ahead of almost 10 weeks, he calls me into his room. This was before December 8th. Was that not the day of the comeback special?
December 3rd.
December 3rd.
Yep.
And it's almost an 8, isn't it?
You were only half wrong.
And he called me into his dressing room and he says, hey Cap, he says, I've got a special coming on this weekend and I'd like you to watch it and tell me what you think. And I'm thinking, oh yeah, I'm gonna tell Elvis what I think. And I said, sure, okay. So I'm sitting at home by myself, I turn on the show. Oh my God.
Yeah. You get it now.
He came out in that black leather. You know that story. And I thought, I'm working with that.
Yeah.
So everything that I felt about him, I saw. that he knew how brilliant he was, but it was all natural, and that he just he lived to do that.
Yeah.
And so on Monday morning, he opens the door. Hey, Cap, how you doing? I told you I was not a fan of yours, but I am now. And I said, you have no idea how talented you are. He knew how talented he was. I know how talented I am, but it's not in a conceited kind of way. It's just I know what I'm capable of doing. And I think that was his frustration, and some of you have probably heard me. I don't know how many of you have seen me before, but for the newcomers, the saddest thing he ever said to me in all of the conversations, it's the only thing I remember word for word, was he said, I'd like to make one good film because I know people in this town laugh at me. That was a heartbreaker, and that just seared into my brain. And it's sad that he didn't get to make that movie that fulfilled him. And I know that feeling. I've had some wonderful, in my old age, I've been doing these little cheapy horror films. I've got some wonderful roles, and in some of them, I am really creepy. But I play it all for real, which makes it even creepier. So I want to do more. I would just like to do more. I don't worry about anybody laughing at me. That's their problem. But it's just for my own fulfillment. And I did get to do one film in 2018, just before COVID, and it was based on a very true story of 3 old people. And it was 2 women and an old guy. It was called Senior Love Triangle. Not a very good title, because it sounds like a teenage movie. And we're all in our 80s. And but it was probably the best role I've ever had. And it got killed by COVID, because everything just shut down enough. But you can see it now on Amazon Prime for about $4.
Let's do it.
So you can see me in a totally different light as a very mature actress. I just turned 85.
Yeah! Woo!
I want us all to go to Amazon Prime, rent that movie for $4, because I want Amazon Prime on Monday to have a meeting, and in their regular Monday morning meeting, I want some executive going, what the heck's going on here with Senior Love? They just signed Eddie Murphy to some $1 million contract. We got to get this Marlyn Mason signed up.
Well, I can give you one more movie.
Oh, good, okay.
This one is a nasty one.
Oh!
It's a horror film. Well, it's not an authentic horror film. At the very end, an authentic horror film, I was told, has to have a supernatural something.
Oh, okay.
And so they do a little supernatural thing at the very end of the movie. But it's a horror film called Besetment. And I'm not nice to this movie. And it was great fun to play Millie. I was really good at it. It was almost scary. I almost scared myself. And this one young man came to the first screening and he said, I will never forget you as long as I live. I cannot tell you what the scene is. The review, this is how bad the scene is. It is so bad that the reviewers referred to it as that scene. And you don't see a thing. It's what I create in your head with my face. But it's creepy. But I had fun playing it. It was so if you have nothing better to do.
So, see, you talk about that, and I see Elvis. There were so many roles that he could have been so great. He would have been a great detective in a movie, like a gritty New York detective kind of thing.
He could have done anything.
Yeah, he could have done science fiction. He could have been like a captain of a starship. I mean, he could have done so many roles.
Well, you know how versatile he is in his music. He was the same way as an actor.
Yeah.
He could have. Oh my gosh, the possibilities are endless.
So you were talking about working with him and the trust between you two. There's this one scene that I always, it's kind of I used this phrase earlier in the week with Linda. I was asking Linda a question about how she met Elvis, and she's like, oh, they don't want to hear that again. And I said, no, they do, because here's the deal, Linda. If you're Kenny Rogers, you've got to sing The Gambler, you know? So with you, when I have you on stage, I have to ask you about, because there's always new fans coming in, and they don't know about you and Elvis and a chair.
Okay, now this is just for the people who have never seen me or heard my Elvis stories. I gotta remember to keep this thing in my mouth. Just clap if you've never seen me or heard of my story. Well, I have to set the scene a little bit.
Okay. She's using props.
I think I'll do it this way.
Okay.
All right. The camera's here.
Mike.
The camera's here.
Okay.
Elvis is standing up here. It's his close-up. And I'm down here, in trouble with girls. He's rubbing my shoulders. You saw the little bit of the scene. And he's rubbing my shoulders. And the director, Peter Tewksbury, comes to me and he wanted a particular reaction. And I can't remember what it was, but I just know he said, I don't care what you do, just get it for me. Okay.
He wanted a reaction from Elvis.
He wanted he wanted me to do something so that Elvis, he wanted some particular look on Elvis's face. So I don't see Elvis because my back is to him, mind you. So we never have eye contact. The camera is on Elvis, and Elvis is rubbing my shoulders, trying to sweep me up. And while and we're going back and forth, he's doing most of the talking. So while he's talking, I turn. I'm looking at his crotch.
I'm gonna pee myself.
Cut. Elvis, I look at the movie and I see it for just a split moment. There's a little on his face. That must be the look that Tewksbury wanted, because he says, thank you very much, I got what I wanted, thank you, Marlyn. But the beauty of Elvis was he stayed in character and reacted to what I was doing. He never faked it. That was when I learned Elvis never faked anything. And when I watched him in performance after that, the guy, if he forgot a lyric, he would just keep going. And he would let the audience, he would share it with the audience. And it was beautiful, but that's your zipper story, baby.
That's your gambler right there. You gotta know when to hold it and know when to answer.
I was tempted when I was zipping to go. A little peek.
There you go.
I stood strong.
Marlyn asked me this afternoon, she said, where in the show am I? Am I early in the show? I said, oh, you're last, Barry.
I'm at the end of everything.
Marlyn, you just can't, you know. But the one thing you can do is tell us about, you actually got to sing and do a number with Elvis. Signs of the Zodiac.
Oh,
I mean, so, well, that's, you know.
Yes.
You know?
I got to sing with him.
You did.
I was one of 3 women to record. They say 4, that Shelley Fabre would have been the 4th, or it doesn't matter the number, but I mean, there were 4 women. Actually, somebody corrected and said, no, you guys, there were 3 of you that actually recorded with him. Shelley's was a split screen, and it was, so I had to take Shelley off the list.
So what was that like? That music?
Oh, that was easy to do.
Yeah, because you're a song and dance person. So.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, the recording we did at a little studio on Sunset Boulevard, and Mac Davis was there because he wrote "Clean Up Your Own Backyard," which is a movie. So he was at the recording, and Mac was just he was wonderful. There's a guy that loved. It doesn't matter time of day, whatever. You just say, could you play your guitar? Oh man, he whipped that guitar out. He loved to perform.
Yeah, we had him here, and he did that.
Yeah.
He said to me, he said, okay if I bring my guitar? And we were like, yes.
Yeah. He did, that was just part of him. The recording was just great fun.
Yeah. You know what, folks? I think we should look at a little bit of Marlyn with Elvis, Signs of the Zodiac. Let's go back to those days.
Oh my God, it's the worst song ever written.
Well, let's see what's going on. Here we go.
Here it is.
McDonald.
That you were able to do that with Elvis, and it's like I can still hear him, and it's, and I just wish there was a way that, you can't do a duet by yourself, you know.
Oh no.
I don't want to do a duet, but
What duet?
Well, Signs of the Zodiac. If we just had an Elvis, to stand in for Elvis.
What?
Oh, what about Dean?
May we hold this dance?
Watch your zipper.
Oh, no. It's a family show, Marlyn. You guys want to hear it live?
Yes!
Billy is a Libra, sign of love. Billy has a one-track mind. He's great in the kitchen and never complains. He's the happily married kind. Hope is there in your future if you just look around.
You don't know your strategy from the hole in the ground. Signs of the zodiac, signs of the zodiac. The future is in the little signs of the zodiac.
So great.
There she is, Marlyn Mason. Margot, come on out. Well, I gotta tell you, I just want to say thank you for being here. We know that we can't follow that, and Argo and I discussed it with Dean, and we just think it's time to say goodnight to everyone. Thank you for being here. Thank you, Lenny. Thank you for being here with us on a Hollywood night. And be sure to come in the morning to, we've got some conversations going on about Colonel Parker in the morning. And we ask you to come to that. And all of our guests that we've had here this evening, Robin and Gavin Kuhn, Sandy Guello, also Jerry Schilling, and the beautiful Marlyn Mason. Jillian as well, and Larry Strickland. Thank you, everybody. Thank you to EAS. Yes.
Woo!
And hey, I'll see you across the street. We're going to do a little dance party at the hotel here in just a few minutes. Party's not over.
I'm headed to Graceland with Jerry Schilling tonight. We'll see you tomorrow during Elvis Week. It's not over yet.
You gotta check your zodiac.
And you know, we should probably close this thing out the way Elvis would close out all the shows.
You're exactly right. How do we do that, Dean?
A little can't help falling in love.